over-engineered, but my God, I don't want to sleep under that.
I want to say that I remember somebody in WCW having that as interesting thing. But I honestly always thought I got it confused with either with the Blue Blood music.
Yeah, by the way, sorry everybody for the weird like video dropping out. I don't know why it's been doing that.
Blue Blood music was awesome.
I really wish I knew why that was doing that. It's annoying. I don't like the video just dropping out like that.
This is the greatest Mortis that ever wrestled. Tribute.
Okay, I've never been to a NASCAR event, but are there big screens at NASCAR events?
Yes, there are. In fact, some places have built brand new big screens, which they will be very proud to tell you about for days at a time.
Is it like, oh, this track's got the big screen?
Yeah, like Texas built one. Of course, Texas built one that's like bigger and huger than any other big screen that's ever been built. And they just planted it on the back straightaway because that's what you do when you have grandstands but nobody's buying them anymore, so you don't sell them and then you tear them down, but you have to fill the space with other crap. I think it's either Texas or Charlotte that did this.
When you said largest big screen, I just assumed they raced in the Dairy Dome now.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a thing. They're gonna have an invitational, like, international race of champions at the Marlins Stadium, and they priced it just like a baseball stadium. So naturally, the dugout seats, which may not even be that good, are still the most expensive because Florida.
Oh my God, that sounds wonderful.
They built hotels like alongside the racetrack. So I want to say, like, I feel like it's safe to say they built them right off the speedway, in more ways than one.
Right.
Like, but it's so gawky. It's well, I want to say gaudy. It's just so it's awkward looking to see these just gigantic like buildings. That's a gigantic racetrack. Look like Pyongyang. These massive buildings and nothing else around it for hundreds of miles. All it's fake.
Ah, shit.
Shit.
Blade driver stopped responding and has recovered. Why does it keep doing that? Never had this issue before. Should I just revert back to Windows 8 and not Windows 10? Probably.
Probably. Microsoft probably wouldn't be too happy. Steve Ballmer would come and knocking on the door.
Oh boy, Steve Ballmer.
Steve Ballmer is ready to...
Steve Ballmer!
I've never had issues with my graphics driver before. That's really annoying.
Oh god.
Wait, what? Brian Cage wrestled as Mortis?
He was given the gimmick.
When did this happen?
Brian Cage was given the gimmick while Mortis was still alive. And after Chris Kanyon died, I don't know why I switched those two out. Well, he was given the gimmick while Chris Kanyon was still alive. After Chris Kanyon died, he wrestled as Tribute Mortis.
He's not a man. He's a Mortis.
He is the official keeper of the Mortis gimmick, I think.
That's great. I love that.
I don't know how that came about. It just did, I guess. Wrestling's weird. Well, it wasn't a deal like it was more of a deal like where like Blitzkrieg, the original Blitzkrieg, just gave it to Jack Evans because he was retiring. it was more like that than it was like Tom Brady buying the Patriot off of Del Wilkes, allegedly.
Mortis was such a weird gimmick. Like, he's this, like, he was an underground pit fighter that, like, was the skull guy.
He was
like
basically just like,
guy.
It was a Scorpion palette swap.
Yeah.
It was a rare case of WCW touching a wrestling demographic that was, I would say, probably current enough with wrestling fans at the time. Like, it wasn't a far stretch to say that, like, you know, Mortal Kombat related stuff would be popular with wrestling fans in the mid to late 90s.
Ropes. Oh, countered, back by a drop. Scott Flash Norton having none of it.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat was still pretty dang popular around the time, but that was also about the time where the Mortal Kombat franchise of video games was starting to go into the shits.
Yeah, but this wasn't like, oh, hey, it's Mortal Kombat, and it's related to, like, the shitty Mortal Kombat. It's like, hey, don't you like Mortal Kombat? Like, any Mortal Kombat? You know what I mean? Like, when you do like a tribute, when you do a gimmick related to something in wrestling, it doesn't have to necessarily relate to, like, how you feel about it now. It can remind you of how you felt about it when it came out. So it just reminds you of Mortal Kombat. You can still be like, Mortal Kombat, I like that once. It's obviously helps that it's more current, but it's not a death knell. It felt like it was WCW tapping into something like that.
It's like Delta's in-flight safety video, which was all sight gags from old internet memes.
Is that a thing now?
Yes, that was a thing. When I flew to Los Angeles last year, I saw that video and I was so happy, and then I was nervous because that's what I do when I get on flights.
That's amazing. Norton with the cover. Nope, kick out.
What's the new anti-smoking organization that's using, like...
Oh no, it's Truth, and it's the old anti-smoking organization that's been around since the late 90s, and used to be hip, and used to connect with young people. And now they don't.
Now they're trying too hard.
Yeah.
I just watched a fucking commercial for anti-smoking. I've told this to Fitz before too, because it annoyed me with the cats videos.
And a big cover, Norton with the win.
And I was like, this is like, if the Big Bang Theory's nerd blackface, this is nerd blackface in advertising. Or like the internet blackface. It's just so, it's just insulting. I watched this fucking commercial where it's talking about missing out on going to the movies with your squad. And I just wanted to punch my TV.
Oh,
I was so mad.
I've seen that too. It's ridiculous.
It's absurd. It's such a... It's so pandering. It's so ridiculous.
Someone said, hold on, Ghost to Ghost says, aren't they paid for by Big Tobacco because of that huge settlement? You know what? That'd be great if, like, just to be a dick, we're like, hey, why don't we put out the shittiest commercials ever since they've got to foot the bill for it?
You all bought it, hook, line, and sinker.
It is main event time.
Cosmo brings up a good point. There's a South Park episode based around that theory that this anti-smoking like push in terms of advertisement and like message was so awful that it would just cause people to smoke.
That's actually
they didn't even know they wanted to smoke until they saw that shit.
Just out of spite.
They didn't want to end up like that.
They wanted to smoke out of spite.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Alright, well it is main event time here on night 1 of the G-1-900-909-9900. We're gonna go over the standings after this. We're gonna conclude Block B with Roadblock taking on the Kiss Demon. Without further ado, let's go right to it. A huge main event.
I don't know. WCW Universe unofficial is like a big risk here because Roadblock just be liable to just squash this fucker in 2 minutes.
Oh, by making it the main event, you mean?
Yeah, making it the main event. Roadblock has
got that
been
kind of
known
appeal to it. And thanks for sticking with us, by the way. We got, I think we said, I'm looking at my my numbers here.
$69 million people of you have turned in record numbers by the bucket loads.
You say 69 million?
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
Come on, Brian. You know you want to. Say it.
Nice.
Yeah! Yeah!
There's a big bite feel in the atmosphere. This is a big man.
Did his gear always say road closed?
Yeah, it always did. Do you think I edited any of this shit?
I never noticed that. Road closed. I always just thought it said Roadblock on it. Less people, like, he's not that well known, so I just would assume it would just have Roadblock on it, else people would think his name is Road Closed.
There's a screen cap of him where his singlet says Dead End.
I like Road Closed better. It's way more like literal. And that is no longer the 3 count anthem. That is God of Thunder. And that is the Kiss
The
Demon.
return of the War Machine himself.
Wait, it is. Yes, it is. And, oh, even the lower third. War Machine.
I'll ride down this.
Oh my god. So, yeah, what else? You two, you're gonna pick up the slack on Paul Stanley stuff.
I'm tired of it. One fan saying go back to the locker room.
Fans, when you go to see a show at the Dallas Sportatorium, when you go to see a show at the Mid-South Coliseum, when you go to see a show at the 2300 Arena, do you like to drink a little alcohol?
Remember, there is only one wrestler in the G-1-900.
There's only one wrestler?
There's only one wrestler
Didn't he
that's
never-
gonna win this whole tournament, baby.
Didn't he never follow it up? He goes, there is only one city in the world. And he just never followed it up.
That's just false.
You're right, it is
One
false.
city.
Amazingly false.
And Roadblock starting with some lumbering punches. This is a heck of a way to start things off.
Imagine if he did that in Cleveland. Like, there's only one city in the world.
Like, if you were in Cleveland, you might have thought for a second that the entire world was under a nuclear attack. And that you were the surviving
or at the
one.
very least, you're like, well, certainly not talking about us. There's one city in the world, I guarantee you it's not Cleveland. If the rules have been changed, Cleveland isn't the #1 pick.
Yeah, right?
I love Cleveland, I'm from Cleveland, but it's not even in the top 250.
With its very fragile LeBron-based economy.
Just to give a quick rundown while we're going through this main event. Next week, likely going to be a Wednesday. Oh no, isn't the CWC live on Wednesday? Shit, we'll probably be Thursday again. Whatever. We'll be sometime next week. After the CWC Wednesday, will be freed up again. Likely at like 9ish.
Is it 2 more weeks?
No, it's just the live finale is gonna be semis and the main. It sounds like.
Oh, so yeah. It's gonna be 3 matches in 1 hour?
I imagine it'll be more than just that, but yeah.
Or 2-hour special?
Probably. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I just want 30-man battle royal with all the losers.
But what I do know is the second set of matches for the G-1-900. So I'm going to roll through these real quickly. So, the Zodiac and Bobby Eaton will do battle in Block A. P. Enos versus Malibu Mang. Mang having 2 points. Maestro and Wrath will do battle. Wrath with 2 points. Renegade and Marcus Bagwell. Renegade with 2 points after his win over the Maestro. And the Hollywood Barbarian versus Bobby Duncombe Jr., both of them with 2 points. In Block B, Real Lords Lord Steven Regal taking on Ice Train. Neither of them with a point yet. Mortis taking on BK Wall Street. Wall Street with a big choke slam by Roadblock. BK Wall Street with 2 points. Aquarius versus Scott Norton, both of them on 2 points. The Kiss Demon versus Jerry Flynn. Flynn on 0 points. Kiss Demon obviously in this match. And Horseshoe on 2 points, taking on Roadblock in the second night of the G-1-900. You don't want to miss that. Oh, big power bomb by Roadblock. This is the true epitome of strong style. And a big splash in the corner.
That is a big boy splash.
That is a big splash from the big boy. Oh, and the elbow right to the knee.
Big boy, very popular in Japan, as we found out.
Yeah, apparently. No big boy Dominic Schneider. I don't know if anyone else remembers that.
I don't remember that.
I don't know the context of it either, but it was something that made me and NTQ laugh enough that it became the name of an LOA player. I legitimately can't remember what it was from, but it was from a thing. Oh no, Dominic Schneider was a South Tucson kid, and he was the big boy wide receiver, so he was big boy Dominic Schneider. And it just sounded like an 80s like MSG house show jobber. Oh, big tackle, big shoulder, big cross body tackle by the Kiss Demon. Getting to be the halfway point of this matchup. And Roadblock not letting the tide turn that easily.
We are at the halfway point, and if neither of these men can reach a pinfall or submission or count out in the next 5 minutes, neither man will. That's not true.
Yeah, they'll advance. They just only get a point each.
That's not true.
you just know that's not true, Morrow.
That's a different tournament, Morrow.
And a bear hug, and the Kiss Demon has to hold on. Oh, but he has to tap. And LOL, Roadblock wins.
There's a man with a beard,
4 minutes, 58 seconds.
Ginger skin, ginger hair.
He's going to be very angry at this.
When I tell him right now,
Oh,
the
no.
Roadblock won.
Oh, don't you dare.
Be sure to tune in for a post-show Talking G-1-900, where we film our live reactions, the latest reaction to this latest victory from Roadblock.
Oh, damn it.
And then it becomes a whole, and then it turns out it's a work shoot.
Well, God of Thunder is playing no matter what. Apparently, thanks to our contractual obligation with the Rock Group Kiss.
Well, I have received a response from our friend Blake, and here's a picture that he sent me of his reaction.
I think it's very appropriate that on a stream that started off with Mauro Ranallo talking about memes, we ended with memes.
Doesn't that just encapsulate it all? You know, you're either mad, so you want to punch somebody. You either are fist pumping and you're getting your fist ready for a pump.
You're
penis and you're preparing to do your jerk-off motion. That just encapsulates the whole WCW G-1-900-909-9900 experience.
And there you see the current standings after one round of the G-1-900. So we'll just bring that up there.
I think Mean G has received so many calls tonight that his liver's relapsed again.
You know, I don't want to encourage anyone to call a 1-900 number, but it is the WCW hotline. I mean, for posterity's sake. But there you see it. There are the updated standings. Literally up to date right at this very second. I'm so glad I made a spreadsheet that automatically creates the wiki stuff, so I just have to copy and paste it. God, that was worth a little bit of effort. Yeah, that's that. Oh, that's the spreadsheet right there. Whoops. Let's get back to that. Oh God, what's happening? No, Inception. No, okay, there we go.
You might ask why the guy from Air Supply brought his guitar down to do timekeeping. You feel like he would need a metronome.
I don't know why they brought microphones. They never speak.
They don't.
They never speak.
Don't speak. I know just what you're saying.
Hi, Blake. I'm afraid to tell you that Roadblock won his first G-1-900 match. He's
now at a 5-way tie for the lead.
There's still 8 more games. There's still 8 more rounds to go. A lot can happen.
With Aquarius Jackson, Scott Norton,
Aquarius
BK Wall
Jackson's
Street,
great.
and Horseshoe.
I don't know what Aquarius Jackson is, but I love it.
If I had known Blake would just bolt in here a minute after I told her Roadblock won, I would have told her Roadblock won at the start of the show.
And Roadblock wins, LOL. I think that's it for us. I'm going to go ahead and call it to the end of that.
Aquarius Jackson won half of the icebox.
Oh my God. Why not?
It's a non sequitur to end the show. I was going to be like, oh, I'm sorry Roadblock won. I forgot to tell the show was over.
Let's go Scott Norton. Yeah, why not? So again, Roadblock, I believe, will be taking on Horseshoe next week. I think is his matchup. Among a bunch of other ones that I said earlier that I don't have it open anymore, so sorry. That's going to be it for us. Thank you to Will. Thank you to both the Bens who are no longer here. Thank you to Kyle for stopping in as well. Thank you to RJ as well. Thank you to all of y'all for coming back out, whether you're on Twitch watching us or on Hitbox. We presume most of y'all are on Hitbox, but I figured the Twitch thing kind of keeps people checking us out and maybe sticking around. If you are watching this on Twitch, check out our Hitbox channel as well, hitbox.tv/IRMstream. Of course, we're on twitch.tv. On the old channel, It's Raining Meng, all spelled out, actually, before we became IRM. That's it for us for this time. We'll be back next week with Night 2 of the G-1-900. I'm going to put this up on YouTube and all that good stuff. Maybe I'll have a graphic by then. I don't know. We'll see. But anyone else have anything to say before we call it a night?
I got called racist at Greg's again, lads.
Excuse me?
I got called racist at Greg's again, lads.
Oh, jeez. Do I want to know about that?
It's stupid British in-jokes. It's
fair.
Great.
Totally fair. Will, anything else you want to confuse me with?
I had Nando's.
You had a cheeky Nando's?
Mate, I don't know how to explain it, mate.
Dude, I had Nando's, extra hot sauce.
Delicious.
Mate, it's hard to explain, mate. It's like one day you'll just be with your mates, having a look at a JD, and you might fancy Curry Club at the Spoons, but you're like Callum is an absolute legend, the Archbishop of Bantery. We're like, Brez, let's have chicken Nando's instead. And a big top, let's smash it. That's why.
Was the end necessary?
I don't.
I was on.
Why?
And I had to process like I wouldn't understand what it was.
This is what's back, y'all.
This is progress.
This is clap, 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 clap.
This is unbelievable, Jeff.
Do you like that?
See, I'm not as thick as they think I am. Fucking, they got Chris Kamara to do it. I can't believe they got Chris Kamara to do a thing for them.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, Jeff. All right.
There's been a red card at blah 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 party, but for who, Chris Kamara?
For who, Chris Kamara? I don't know, Jeff.
Oh no, Jeff.
How's it been? All right, Chris, get your fingers out. All right, we're going to stop before this gets crazy. All right, that's a good sign that LOA will be back in a format that's going to be kind of like what we were doing, but without all the characters, just having fun like we're doing now. South Tucson will be back. Whole lot of other stuff will be back. Oh, my God. Let's just call it an evening. It's an evening. Thank you, everyone. Good night and have a pleasant... No, that's someone else's thing. Did I ever have a sign-off? Not really.
You can just
Hey,
do it after.
bye.
I think I would just...
bourbon.
I think what I ended up saying is I would just kind of...